The presidency of Bola Ahmed Tinubu has become more associated with fraud than with any other thing else. He came to power on the note of fuel subsidy is gone. What is fuel subsidy? He said previous governments were subsidizing fuel. Yes, we have heard of claims of subsidizing fuel, but nobody has told Nigerians what fuel subsidy means in Nigerian context. Nobody has ever told Nigerians this is what fuel subsidy means. Yes, because even when you sell crude oil, you make a lot of money from it, and you are not distributing fuel free of charge to Nigerians. They have been paying for whatever they bought. So if at all any money was taken from the oil revenue to minimize cost of fuel to Nigerians, it will still be oil money. And so government claiming to be subsidizing it as if doing special favor to the citizens is dishonesty. But we have come to learn that the whole thing is a scam, and that fuel subsidy is a concept for misappropriating Nigeria's wealth. And it became clear even in the pronouncements of Bola Ahmed Tinubu saying fuel subsidy is gone, without telling Nigerians where it is gone. And if fuel subsidy were to gone, it didn't go into education, it didn't go into electricity, it didn't go into infrastructure. As President Tinubu continues to sink Nigeria in more debts than his predecessors who didn't declare fuel subsidy, and all other subsidies are gone. So everything is wrapped in fraud. And one of the fraudulent palliative schemes is student loan. And now Tinubu is advertising student loan and encouraging students to come for loan, whereas it is understood that all the students cannot go for loan. So if Nigeria's oil wealth belongs to Nigeria and not to the ruling class alone, why ask students to come for loan when you should fund education? Meanwhile, it's obvious you cannot give loan to every eligible student. To every eligible student, it's not possible for you. We don't need to consult the oracle to know that. And if you have enough loan for every eligible indigent student, then just open a register in our universities. As simple as that. So It's dishonesty. Student loan as a concept and practice in Nigeria is fraught with dishonesty. And that is why now government is claiming to have loan for indigent students while unable to fund the universities. Was still owing universities their legitimate demands. Unfortunately, the universities are also plagued by a union, the Academic Staff Union of Nigerian Universities, with the most corrupt leadership ever known of a workers' union in the world, entitling itself to a percentage of each worker's monthly salary, of each lecturer's monthly salary monthly. A percentage. 2% since 2012, or rather 2% from 2012 to 2024. And as from 2024, increased to 3% of each lecturer's monthly salary monthly, deducted to the account of the union in the name of a workers' union and supported by the corrupt rulers of the land, the government, and the universities administrators by extension. So, you have money for student loan. You don't have money to run the universities and do justice to the university lecturers, including giving bribe to the leadership of the Academic Staff Union of Nigerian Universities and calling it the workers' end allowances. When you know that the workers' allowances are to be calculated for the workers and paid to the workers in the same way that their salaries are paid, are not to be taken through their union, as it were, and shared among the unions, academic and non-academic. So all this corruption is going on. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has loan for students, but no money for the remuneration of the lecturers and the other workers. The worst hit are the lecturers being extorted of a percentage of their monthly salary monthly by the union and getting bribe in their name and calling it their end academic allowance. So they are doomed both in their salaries and their allowances that they are prevented from getting from their employer, the government, since 2013 till 2025. When this corrupt government, claiming renewed hope agenda, has paid another bribe to the union, calling it end academic allowance of the workers. So, corruption galore. And the most affected, the lecturers, losing a percentage of their monthly salary monthly to their union, and the union getting bribe and calling it the end academic allowance of the workers. So they have no right anymore to demand for their legitimately earned academic allowances. So, this government is morally corrupt, bereft, bankrupt, morally bankrupt, claiming fraudulent palliative schemes to be transferring funds to indigent households and asking indigent students to come for loan while owing workers their legitimate demands. And of course, the leadership of the Academic Staff Union of Nigerian Universities is not less corrupt. Colluding with government to get bribe and calling it end academic allowances of the workers, and entitling itself to a percentage of the workers' monthly salary monthly, 2%, 2012 to 2024, and since 2024, 3%, under this same government that prides itself with renewed hope agenda. Oh my God. Corruption galore. God have mercy on Nigeria.